Thank you for plugging into this Family Life News podcast, streaming issues-driven, family-focused news.
This is Faith Under Fire from Family Life. I'm Greg Gillespie, and today on our weekly feature about Christ, Christians, and culture, the abortion debate in Pennsylvania. The governor of Pennsylvania has canceled a contract with Real Alternatives, a network of pregnancy care centers in the Commonwealth. Planned Parenthood of Pennsylvania pushed for that change. The Pennsylvania Family Institute is opposed. Today we talk with Alexis Sneller, a policy analyst for PAFamily.org.
Planned Parenthood does not want to stop until every pregnancy care center in Pennsylvania is closed down. They sent an email recently saying while CPCs, or crisis pregnancy centers, which is what they call them, will continue to exist, so will our work. And this is a quote from them. They go on to say, "We won't stop until they are gone." So Planned Parenthood and the abortion industry feed off of a lack of hope and resources for women. And so it shouldn't surprise us to see that they're going after pregnancy resource centers, which are a source of hope. That's what they seek and serve to do, is to give women help and resources that they need. And at the end of the day, that gets in the way of the abortion industry's bottom line. Ultimately, what this is going to do is it's going to hurt the mothers and fathers and families and children in Pennsylvania.
There are times where Planned Parenthood talks about all the mammograms and the counseling and the other services they provide to women, not counting abortion, but at the same time their opposition goes against these pregnancy resource centers who give away diapers and help feed babies and provide not only prenatal care but postnatal care, wanting to shut down the things that other pro-life centers are offering. Do you see that as a double standard?
Oh, certainly. In fact, Planned Parenthood in Pennsylvania provides 0 mammograms whatsoever. We've actually called their centers to ask. None of them provide any sort of that help. What they're in the business of abortion. It's a total double standard, and what they're doing is taking away. So just to give people context, because pregnancy resource centers do so much for our communities, in Pennsylvania annually, they provide millions of dollars to tens of thousands of Pennsylvanians every single year. And that's at things like diapers, formula, parenting classes, counseling for both mothers and fathers. And like you said, they also help postnatally up to a year. So they're doing just absolutely amazing work. And Planned Parenthood does none of those things. And so for women who choose life and who want their babies, who need help and resources, Planned Parenthood has absolutely nothing for them. And this also, I may add, comes in the wake of our governor, Governor Shapiro, who, by the way, on his first day in office, had the leaders of Planned Parenthood Pennsylvania in his office, took a cozy selfie with them. He ended a 30-year contract with Real Alternatives, which is a network of pregnancy care centers in Pennsylvania. This contract has existed under other Democrat governors. He's just ended millions of dollars that are going to women and babies in need. And this attack from Planned Parenthood, that they're doing towards pregnancy resource centers, is just one of many attacks that pregnancy resource centers are going through in Pennsylvania.
The Pennsylvania Family Institute is obviously involved in a lot of connections with executive branch folks as well as legislators. What is Planned Parenthood doing to influence Pennsylvania's elected officials, and what do the pro-lifers do to get their position into law if they can?
Well, Planned Parenthood is very politically active. They spend tens of millions of dollars in elections. So they are really putting a lot of weight behind these policies. They would love to see all pro-life protections removed in Pennsylvania. They would love for all pregnancy resource centers to be closed. They would love for your taxpayer dollars to fund abortions on demand until the moment of birth. As far as what the pro-life community is doing, there's a lot of different things that we can and will continue to do. A lot of it has to do with contacting your elected officials about these issues, letting them know that life is important to you, that these pregnancy resource centers are important, and that we want to be a Commonwealth where every life is protected from the moment of conception. Such a strong statement that says, hey, we are a pro-life Pennsylvania, and we will not stop until every life is cherished and protected.
Our guest is Alexis Sneller from the Pennsylvania Family Institute. I'm sure there are folks who are on the other side of that debate who say that the governor, the legislature, is just doing what Pennsylvanians want. Can you tell us what the latest analysis is of where Pennsylvanians stand on whether they support abortion, whether there should be certain limits, what those limits are? Where is the population right now on this very contentious debate?
Right now, I think I can confidently say that Pennsylvania wants more protections for life. Right now in Pennsylvania, our laws have not changed post-Roe, and it's time for them to change. We have very archaic laws that allow abortion until almost 6 months. 6 months. We can all visualize what a woman looks like when she is 6 months pregnant and just how developed that is and how her baby has fully formed eyes, mouth, nose. In fact, around 6 months, they start to even react to outside light, like they can tell if their mother is in a bright room or a dark room. They even begin around that time, if not a little past then, to start to react to outside sounds. So it's just incredible how developed the baby is at that point, and that we still allow abortions that late is just, it's repulsive. And when most people find out the facts and find out how far along abortions really are allowed in Pennsylvania, they are not in support of that. And so it's time to do whatever we can to improve protections for life in Pennsylvania. When people have all the facts laid out in front of them, that's something that they are supportive of.
How to frame the debate is something that is being discussed in a lot of circles on both sides of that very harsh issue, to talk about women's health care and pro-choice, but also when you go pro-life and saving babies, there's opportunities to change hearts.
Certainly. And I think that I recently heard that you cannot, like no other realm of healthcare, do you lose half of your patients. That is unacceptable in any other field. Yet in the abortion industry, in every appointment, there are two patients who goes in. There's the mother and there's her unborn child. Totally separate DNA, oftentimes separate blood types, separate heartbeat, everything. And if the abortion is successful, then only one patient will leave that room. That is completely unacceptable, and I think it's time that we start pushing back against those who say that abortion is health care, because health care heals and abortion destroys.
Alexis Sneller is a policy analyst for the Pennsylvania Family Institute, which is based in Harrisburg. We did reach out for comment from Planned Parenthood advocates of Pennsylvania. When we hear their response, we will let you know. I'm Greg Gillespie. This is Faith Under Fire from Family Life News.